Fading bodies, confusion of sound, negative imagery holding us down, social delusion, clearly constructed, human condition, morals corrupted, trapped in reaction, lawlessness, war, dissatisfaction from bowels to core, devil's technology, strategy for, human mythologies, urban folklore, sick of psychology, counterfeit cure, wicked theology robbing the poor, scheme demonology mislead the pure, stricken strategically studying war, light shown in darkness, image exposed, few can see through the new emperor's clothes, lustful this hustle turns humans to hoes, when the blind lead the blind just more trouble and woes, it's the mind that they chose, it's designed to stay closed, standards of jokers, court jester logic, cyclic and cosmic from schoolyard to college, primitive man in civilized knowledge, system collapsing he still won't acknowledge, God is the savior, studies behavior, trying to fix the mixed-minded behavior, stiff-necked scholars on prescription meds, wishing their profit was all in their heads, moral dilemma, pride at the root, misguided from youth, heart divided from truth, Egyptians and Grecians spiritually dead, empirically led by the good gods in their heads, motives and thoughts, industrial wealth, global economy in it for self, heart full of madness, covered with kind, pleasure designed to take over your mind, furnished in godliness, painted in good, this tainted priesthoods got real saints misunderstood, while classes and government set up the veil and cultivate minds for more mythical tales, typical Hollywood follies, good girl, while vice and corruption take over the world, motives and thoughts, check your motives and thoughts. Lie with the wickedness deep in your heart. Modern day wickedness is all you've been taught. Lie to your neighbors so you get ahead. Modern day trickery is all you've been fed. Motives and thoughts. Check your motives and thoughts. Thank you.
Sickly, sweet, lush, warm, thick. I'm knee deep. There's no point in resisting, so I release. The more nectar she makes, the more I drink. She warns me not to get lovesick, but I've already OD'd. She says she loves the way I look at her. I'm gazing at a nebula, entering a new dimension. We've created our own pockets. So deep into the trip, we have no choice but to ride it out. So I'm feeling colors and tasting words. To my delight, the sounds are hers. And I wouldn't call it lust, it's just inside we both have a bit of the same stardust. So there's a spark when we touch. She says she loves the way I look at her. I'm absorbing a precious entity, gazing at this entity and her intricacies. I regret nothing. And when life gets hard in this matrix, we just take flight in our spaceship to our own little planet where we live out proud. We glide among the constellations in an infinite exploration, developing our own language, and thankful no one else understands it. Then we go supernova, exploding with passion to a journey in the center of the universe where we find satisfaction. It is a bond that cannot be broken, a flame that ignites our souls. Our connection is a light that guides us through the shadows. So when life becomes too hard and the world is too much to bear, we soar to our pocket in space and we find our solace there. Thank you.
What's your first impression? Does the sight of us leave you guessing, or do you understand the stressing, the aggression, the look of no hope on my niggas' faces, like the Lord overlooked us when he handed down his graces? You see, embraces fall short on the numb tips of street entrepreneurial fingers. Stuck in the walls of the project halls where the coke smell still lingers. External blingers is all we can be, cause on the inside we've been given nothing to shine on. And the gig is harder to get than coke, so niggas get they grind on, cause the TV tells us aim high, nigga, make all goals lateral. But that takes paper that we don't have, so niggas put their souls up as collateral now. Some niggas reclaim them, some blame them, make an excuse to sell them. But when a nigga goes from not doing to doing, what can you tell him? Not to be a nigga. Shit, I got to be a nigga, that's how I pay the bills. And I'ma do that whether I got to sling this coke or exploit these rhyme skills. See, America makes you an opportunist, and at the same time they institutionalize you. So the fact that niggas get these big record deals, big money, and then go to jail shouldn't surprise you. That's what lies do. And most of these guys do have raw talent, just infantile education. So the business feeds them all the weed and ecstasy and a little bit of paper to provide some pacification from all the bullshit frustration they serve you. Meanwhile, they corrupt your perception of what the real is. See, they taken all our businessmen and made them drug dealers. Took all our messengers, made them rappers just flapping their jaws, afraid to admit their treason. Took all our soldiers for the cause, made them killers for no reason and being fucked up. Well, that's in this season, so if you're negative, you're positive, and if you're positive, you're called a hater. But I maintain control of my soul, cause I know it gets greater later. And I told y'all the last show, I'm no hater, I just know what the truth is. I've been intertwined in this pudding for a year now, so I know where the proof is. It lies in these midtown Manhattan skyscrapers where former hustlers sign papers and do fucked up capers by 16 infamous stars at a time. Got them chopping and bagging and serving that shit to niggas 16 bars at a time. And the crime is undetectable by the feds, cause in the heads of our kids is where the track is. And music shoots straight to the soul, is so potent, so it's much more addictive than crack is. Now, the high is just an illusion, lies and confusion, but just for that rush, just once these young bucks will go through it. So in essence, they're still flooding our streets with thugs, drugs, and killing. They just using these record labels to do it. Taking our heartfelt demos, putting us in limos, trying to fuck up our direction. And most niggas is trained to chase money and pussy, so we fall victim to our own erection. Now convincing ourselves that we're on our way somewhere where we're not going, but ignorance is bliss, and niggas love this, so niggas take pride in not knowing. We not growing. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how slick you flowing if you ain't showing these kids nothing or adding nothing positive to the earth. See, I've been destined to touch this world since the day I was born. To be honest, fuck a deal. God gives me what I'm worth.
And if I can hear the sound of those footsteps, I would look upon the eyes and the arms and the strangers for the stars and the strangers to the mystic and the beast and the birth and the strangers to the plant, for the mind, for the elements and not enough in night and day. That ocean with the continents, with the fires, with the plants, with the mineral, they say. Not enough for the holiday return, for the stare, for us to stare, for the invading of the imperious and land. The game for the we find the devastation for those in unreligion, for the find the coding and the act for the powders, for not the love. Therefore they showed us and from it, from the yield us and from the only with the gripping of the toil is beautiful, yet the sweet and the fluence and the love and the song for the riches, the results of the divine consent. You're a man of the earth, the world beloved for the lover, nectar in the rose for the help, mist for the spoils and the slaves, thieves for the pirates in the universe, shut up for the deadly for the more for the thin hour rhyme. Turn for the pale and starving, and there with sickening eyes and stunted, for the trees look so sick, let the summer be so short, for the clouds shade with the sun, with the not tan our head. Nothing thrives to reach its natural turn, for the life is shorn, for the vulnerability of left of the length of this great space, the deep feet for the dying and the anger for the what was stupid for the early frugal, enough for the beggar for the child, most for the unhandsome and the calculation for the talk, even for the high pursuing, for the best aims and the prize of the ambition, checking out the hand for the alpine, you can find the cataraction, maybe the leaping of the chill for the misery, the comparison, for those toys of the purchase of the end of the life, the bearing of the weight for the compensation, the celestial love, the visibly revolving where there stare down the eternal worms, maybe the girl for the world, for the bound, for the term, for the unlikely of things to be likely, and good enough to find thyself in the moment, the dissolving of yourself for the one root at a time, for there to be floating nature inside the deep and every fair good enough for the known part for you to be in beauty, your archetype, your prototype, you the type to not be the pro but the amateur, which all things surround you and yourself, flickering through the eye sights for those who really live on like you have any at all, for the tenors and those who only know, really without the meaning at all, for the known form for the gritty and be impressed, maybe for your own neck, not to see the celebrity stars, not know where you are. inside the wind for the kind of place where you can find yourself and be lost. Vows to the blind and blind those each and seek and find.
See